Bastards! Okay, we'll get this going. Okay, what we're doing today, guys, we're going to be running cannabis oil through an extraction with alcohol with these guys. So we're going to quickly go through it. What we're going to do is we're going to spend about 10-15 minutes doing this, taking straight to this, filtrating it through a micron filter, and then straight into the weed ridge. So we're going to be doing this process under an hour. So you want to see how quickly this can be done? Well, you'll see how quickly it can be done, and to make a finished product. So at the end of the hour, you'll have a product in there, be finished, and then we'll take it next door to the lab and get it tested. Okay? There we go. This is our plant material. I don't know if you can see the plant material in there, but as you can see, you'll see a lot of stems and material. There you go. So it's very finely ground, and it's a full plant extract. So stems and all go in there, guys. Okay, I waste nothing. Fan leaves, you got it, everything. So anyway, so liquid nitrogen is in there. So we're down around about minus 80 plus in here, so it's nice and cold. Okay, so I'm going to do this in front of you guys so you can actually see what I'm doing. Let's have a look. There. Okay, so just pouring the plant material in. I'm probably only going to fill these guys halfway. You know, you can put as much as you want in there, but again, if you overfill them, you won't get much alcohol in there. It's just going to be hard for you guys. So just till you get used to it, half fill them. You know, this container holds about 600 grams, so what I'm putting in here is probably about a couple of ounces in each of them. Maybe more. Okay, a little more in this one. This one. Okay, there we have it. So as you can see, guys, I've got it up to around about here. Okay, pretty much the same. Okay, the alcohol is cooled down again with liquid nitrogen. I'm pouring in around about a couple of cups, making sure that it's over the plant material. Again, I wouldn't be doing this outside the freezer as well, guys. I'll be doing this in the freezer. And then I'm just doing it around so it's agitated. So as you can see, I'm agitating the plant material with the alcohol. Yeah, so you'll be doing this in your freezer box or your stand-up freezer box, whichever it may be. Or you can just do it in what I'm doing, just using your rigger. I'm going to pour a little bit more alcohol in this, guys. Stiffen it up. A little more there, a little more there. There we have it. Again, just agitating it. You want to keep agitating. The more you agitate it, the more interaction you're going to get with the cannabinoids, and it's going to open up the plant so much quicker. Again, you've got to watch out for the temperature changing, because that's when the chlorophyll is going to come through. So putting it back in the freezer for the igloo. Give it a hit of liquid nitrogen. So we're going to let that sit for a couple of minutes, and then I'll agitate it again, and then we're going to pour it out. Okay, we're going to get it ready. So going through some filtration here, with the Weed Witch packet, you're going to get, of course, your funnel rack. And you'll have shortening filters here. If you need to resupply these, we are going to have these on the website eventually, but these can be obtained from cash and carry. Okay, it's about anywhere between $12 to $15 a box, and that's about it, guys. What you do, open that guy up, sit it in like so. What I usually do if I'm doing over 300 grams, I usually put 2 in, because when you're filling up these guys, sometimes all that plant material will clog all the pores here. What I do is, when that happens, I pull one up, snip the bottom, allow all the product to fall into the clean one underneath. So just a little bit of a tip that will help you guys out. But anyway, so that one's ready. I'm going to put back in the fridge and equalize the temperature. Okay, and the second one we're going to do is a very large, oversized coffee filter. So again, you get these from cash and carry. What I'm doing is I'm going to show you something here, guys, to help your process work a little bit quicker when you're winterizing. So we have our sheet here like so. We're going to fold it in half and then in a quarter. Okay, and then I want you to have a sharp edge on the side. Okay, I'll explain why I'm doing this. It's going to save you a lot of time and bloody headaches. So I've got the coffee filter, and I've halved that again, and I'm going to do it again. So I'm creating that point as you see it here, and I'm going to half it again. There we go. And then you can do what you want. You can get an iron, you can iron this, or you can just crease it by using your hands, whatever you want to do. Then, when you open it up, you'll have this, guys. And what it's going to do, it's going to help that alcohol move so much quicker through your plant material. So there we have it, okay? This will hold comfortably anywhere between 3 to about 600 grams of product, and that's finely ground. And yeah, brilliant. So that's for the winterization. You can put your plant material in here while you're doing it, but it's going to take too long to precipitate through it. So I would say put your plant material, if you are going to do it this way, put it into your shortening filter, which is this, which will remove the alcohol so much quicker than this. But once you've done it, remove it with this, pour the alcohol straight through this, and that'll winterize it, and then you'll come up with a nice shatter or whatever it may be. So there we have it. I'm going to put it in the freezer again to equalize it. You don't want to have anything that's a different temperature than what you're putting into it. Colder, it doesn't matter, but no warmer. I mean warmer by not having that warm and then pouring cold alcohol over it, because you're going to change the temperatures. So there we have it. So, okay, liquid nitrogen. Okay, so the first one's coming up. show you what this is like. Let's have a look to see if I can do this somewhere close. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. See what happens, guys. Anyway, so what I was explaining before, I put a bit of liquid nitrogen back in with the plant material to cool that down because we're going to pour more alcohol in there. Okay. So now this is going to be classed when I'm taking history notes. If I've got a board there, I'm writing down my first run, first pull from the plant material. And then now we're going to the next one, it's going to be your second run, first pull, or how many pulls you do after that. So it just gives you an understanding how many times you're running alcohol through your plant material. And then when all's said and done, when you break it down on how much you have left, when you've rendered everything down, got your alcohol back, it shows you the quality of the oil, how much of oil, and from those different runs shows you the quality of those different oils from those different parts. And if you fuck up, well, then you can go back to your notes and then find out what mistakes you made in that process. If you found a great way of doing it, well, you've written everything down, and then you just repeat that process. That's why I write everything down. Anyway. Okay, so here we go again. This is going to be our second run, first pull. That means the runs are all new alcohol. Okay. Anyway, and what's most important too, guys, temperature is everything. Right, and proof of alcohol. Okay, just cooling down the alcohol a little more. Cool down a little more. That should be good. Okay, so the first one, take it out. Pouring a little bit of alcohol in here. I'll show you guys up close what I'm doing. Just pouring it in. Just so I'm seeing the liquid covering the top. And then getting the spatula and just turning it around. Because you want to open up all the pores to the plant material. Just like being a chef, guys. There we go. Temperature check. It says there minus 54, which is not bad. Doing the next one. Go again, pouring the alcohol in here. Using the spatula, moving it around, and again you're opening up the pores. The more you open up the pores, and make sure that the temperatures don't change so rapidly, you'll keep that chlorophyll locked up and you'll get a beautiful oil. So there we have it. You can see in there, I don't know, you really can't see, guys, but anyway, eventually we'll have a top-down camera. So there we have it. Back on, check the temperature, minus 68. And a little bit of more liquid nitrogen around here. Keeps the air at bay. Okay. That's still coming through nicely. What else? I can talk about. Have you got any questions, my friend?
Not right now.
Go. Okay. So I've done that. Okay, so How scalable is this? And that's probably one of my biggest questions. How much can you scale up? Well, I think when you look at the weed which holds about a gallon, there's a new one coming out, which is going to be anything up to 5 gallons of alcohol, and yeah, again, that's 5 times the amount of this will do. This will do 1,000 grams in a day if you set up your fridges right. Your fridges are everything, because you're cooling down all the plant material, you're cooling down the alcohol. Most of your work, 70% of your work is done in the fridge. And the other 30%, of course, is just rendering down, recaptivating, or recycling your alcohol through this guy, and then cooking down that oil. So when you get the last inch of alcohol, usually you can do a natural evaporation, and that's about it. You'll just keep all the nice colors and profile of that oil without caramelizing it. Smells like taffy, smells like shit. But anyway, what else is there? Yeah, so scalability is quite easy. You don't need to spend so much money to scale up with doing this process. It's not like BHO or CO2, totally different. But if you are interested in this, fridges are everything, so fine. Fridges that go at least minus 40, minimum minus 40. If you can't get them that low, then minus 10, and then use dry ice. Because we want to get the range around, let's have a look. We want to get the range around about the minimum minus 25 all the way up to the minus 40. It really locks off the chlorophyll, allows you a bit of play to play with the plant material, and that's it. If you can get a minus 85 Revco, beautiful. How much you expected to pay? Anywhere from $1,600 all the way up to around about 15,000. Brand new, they're about 25, I think 25,000. All different sizes. What else? Alcohol. 190 proof alcohol comes from California, and they're called Gold Shield Distributors. There's many other places, but that's who I get alcohol through. Unless you live in places like Missouri where you can make your own. Hundreds of gallons of it. Okay, so we're going to go and check this out. We're going to go and have a look at how we filtered this last run. Okay. We've caught a lot of very thick greenish material. Well, it looks fairly dark greenish. And through here we have a really nice gold. I don't know if you're seeing that through there. Hopefully you are. But it's quite nice. So we're going to keep that guy in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to be winterizing this material through here, and then we're going to be pouring this into the weed witch, knocking off that little bit of alcohol, and then coming up with the resin, and then we're going to take that next door to get tested. So it just really goes to show you how quickly you can do this, guys. There we go. Okay, what else is there? Oh yeah, and making your own alcohol. That's probably a good subject to talk about as well. If people are interested in the distilling side of this, there's a good book to get called Home Distiller's Workbook by Jeff King. It's, in layman terms, it's probably the best book out there for simplifying everything in distilling, okay? In simple terms, with no bullshit. That's a good book to get. That'll show you how to distill, how to make your own alcohol, out of what product, sugar, corn, whatever it may be. So you guys can make your own alcohol, so you're not depending on anybody. What else is there? And the good thing about the weed witch as well, it's just not for cannabis too. Well, this is probably one of the most important questions. This machine will render down any type of oil from the plant kingdom, well, majority. All I say that is when you're rendering plants down and getting their resin and oils, always do your diligence and research on how good or bad the oil may be. Because some of the oils out there are neurotoxins, so you want to make sure that you're not making an oil from your garden that's going to fucking kill you. That's it. You just do your research. So find out what's in your garden, what can be distilled, what can't be distilled, and then that's it. Have fun doing that. And if you've got lemon trees, lavender and whatnot, and you do partake in cannabis, you can use those oils, or you can actually break down those oils from lavender, from lime or lemon, and you can reintroduce that to your RSO or to a very nice ACO oil and put it in your vape pen. And that's all come from your garden. And you don't need to use any VGPG. When you do an alcohol extraction and take off the alcohol, maybe a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, your essential oils, your resin from cannabis, put that together, put it in your vape pen, and Bob's your uncle. Pretty easy done. And if you'd like to know more about that, just email me. I should do a class on doing the vapes. Okay, so here we go. We've got our beautiful, beautiful product going in there. Okay, now we're going to be emptying this one, which is run 2, first pull. So this is number 2, we're going to do that right now. And because we don't have any plant material going into this, I'm only just going to use the one. So there we have it. Let's cool it down just a bit. And again, I do repeat myself over and over again, you don't need to use liquid nitrogen. I just use that because I don't have a fridge here. So there we have it. Okay. Our plant material, again, pushing these down, percolator, and now we're just pouring these out. Like so. Okay, that one's done. Getting number 2, putting it down. Number 2's gone in. There we have it. So that's the second run, first pull. Now, I could get this, filter it, put that back into those canisters with the same marijuana. That'd be still my second run, but that'd be my second pull. That means I've ran it through twice. So you can do that 3 times, 4 times. The more times you do it, the more condensed you get the alcohol, and that's it. The more condensed you get the alcohol. And that means, well, less work really. But then again, if you mess up, you'll lose all that run. So just got to keep an eye on that chlorophyll. Okay, we'll pour this guy in here. Like so. There we have it. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, I'm going to show you this, guys. I don't know if you actually can see in here. You'll see a lot of green shit in there, okay, because I have this material so ground up into a powder that some of that comes through. But if you've got that frozen, you know, below the -40s, that's not going to undo. That just stays like that. And that alcohol that leaves that will leave a beautiful, beautiful see-through gold. So that chlorophyll's not coming through. It looks like it has, but it hasn't, which I'll show you the finished product soon. But temperature's everything. And air is your worst friend. Air will undo this and oxidize it and cause lots of shit. That there. And those filters can be reused. Again, I wouldn't use it for your good quality oil, but they can be reused for filtering out, you know, just contaminants from your Rick Simpson style oil. Okay, so you don't need to throw them away. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the plant material from those 2 canisters. We're going to put it in a filter. We're going to run some alcohol through that. And again, I'm only showing you what you can do to exhaust all the cannabinoids from the plant material. Again, I'm using a new filter. And again, I don't throw these filters away. I keep them at the very end and then I soak them in an alcohol bath and remove all the cannabinoids that are left in there, so I waste nothing. So, most important, guys. Cooling everything down just a tad. So this is going to be the third one, and it can be your final pull, but this is going to be definitely the last one. So this, once I put it into the filter like this, you're opening it up to the environment, and you're not going to get much time before this undoes and loses its chloride. So I'm just showing you this. I don't normally do this outside of a box because it undoes very quickly. You know, once the plant material hits the air and temperature, it's done. Okay, so what we're going to do, here we go, first one going in. So you can hear that coming out. Okay, the next one coming out. There we have it. In a minute what's happening, I'm just going to get some alcohol. Okay, which here. Okay, we haven't got much lead. It's probably about a cup. So what we're going to do is we're just going to swirl the alcohol throughout this unit and then pour it into the next one. So we're not wasting anything, guys. See it? Swirling it around. Pour it into the next one, like so. Still plenty of plant material on the bottom, so we're going to go through that again. That's why you do this, guys. You don't want to waste nothing. Again, as long as you can keep your temperatures tight. And you can usually tell by the thickness of the alcohol how cold it is too. And that's something that you'll learn through doing it over and over again. There you have it, that one's done. Okay, now what we're going to do, grab your plant material, you'll see it in there like so. There you can see it, and all I'm doing, grabbing this, and just pouring it on here, over the plant material in there. And there we have it. You can set it back into your food. There you go. So now you've done your final filtration on that plant material. Well, again, you can run the alcohol over it into your first pour through it. You can do another pour through it or a pull. You can keep pulling the alcohol through there to drain everything out of that filter with the plant material in there, and then eventually you'll see that there's not much color change. So that means you've exhausted everything out of it. If you want to test it again, then just put new alcohol through it and see what color the alcohol comes out. But I think when you do about three pulls of alcohol, the same alcohol through that filter, it's pretty much done. You can take that to the next step, which is you can run heated alcohol through it to make it like an aerosol. Yep. And because I put the plant material in there, remember me telling you that you use 2 filters? Well, I didn't use 2 filters on that, so I'm pretty much done there. So I've got to get another filter, put it under there, and I'm going to show you how the cutting technique will save you a lot of time. Get scissors. There we have it. So if you had 2 filters under this, you wouldn't need to do what I'm doing right now. So all I'm doing here is just cutting and then just running a cut all the way up and then dropping everything. There we go. pause on that first set of screens is all filled up, and we put it into a new one, and it should run so much quicker. Quicker the better, because again, chlorophylls not under. So we'll leave that for a couple more minutes, and then we'll just remove the alcohol. Now we're going to our first one, which was winterization. Coming off beautiful. How long have I been going for? 36 minutes. Okay. So I said I'm going to make this all in under an hour, so I need to get that in before 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go. There. I'm going to start heating this down. Always make sure that when you've done your winterization or filtration that you don't recontaminate. So make sure all your parts or whatever you choose to carry your product in, especially filtered product, make sure it's clean. So there we have it. I'm going to pour that in there. Give me this guy. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's your oil in the alcohol. And we are now going to render that off into a nice product and take it next door and get it tested. Okay? Here we go. So you know this is no bullshit. Here you go. So we're going to be pouring that into there. Again guys, it's not all that hygienic, so I'm just showing this for demonstration purposes, so you have to be a lot cleaner than what I'm doing here. But anyway, pouring it in. There we have it. We'll just let that sit for a tick. And while it's sitting there, I'm going to plug it in and I'm going to heat it up. With that amount of alcohol that I'm using, keep the temp very low. You don't want to scald it. So I'll put it on variable. See what happens. Okay, so we've taken that from the first pull. We've still got one in here, which is the second run, first pull, and then we've got one in here where we poured everything out into the filter, which is your third run, first pull. So as you can see here, that's the plant material that we got. Still got a little green tinge to it, but still wonderful. This will make a great vape product, great topical, great edible, anything. It's going to be beautiful oil. Color's great. So what I do with the rest of that, when the alcohol comes out of the weed witch, it will be going through this plant material into an empty bucket. What it's doing, that warm alcohol will go through there, break down the rest of the cannabinoids in the plant material at a different temperature, and remove more of those constituents. Again, this is going to be greener, good for your topicals, again, good for edibles. Explaining myself?
Yeah.
Cool. You got it now?
Yeah.
You see how the different parts, you got different runs, and now you're seeing the difference. And if your holding vessel can be anything. And that's another thing, guys. You don't need my bloody weed witch. If you want to do this yourself and build it yourself, go for it. I'm just here showing you how to do it. Your holding vessel, meaning what's holding your alcohol and your plant material, you can use whatever you want. You can use a bucket. You can use mason jars. Use whatever you want. Again, glass, just be very careful with glass because very cold temperatures, you know, can sometimes crack in with glass. And when you've got some precious cargo, just imagine you've got a half-gallon mason jar and you've squeezed down 120 grams of your finest flour in that solution of a half a gallon. So 120 grams of oil in a half a gallon of a mason jar, and that mason jar fucking cracks. Yep, I've done it and it's not good. It's a lot of money gone, guys. 120 grams can't be sold, especially when it goes over your concrete floor. So if you're going to use glass, be cautious. If you're going to use glass, wrap the glass in like a rubber coating or a big tire tube. So if you're using those mason jars, and when they hit each other, that they're hitting rubber on rubber, not glass on glass. Cold temperatures doesn't work. Anyway, hopefully someone listens to that, because you know you can save yourself a lot of headaches and lost. Yeah, that's a photo when that happens. Okay, got that. Okay. We have Joey. Okay guys, so I'll put the hat on. Because there's not much in there, I'm just very cautious of what I'm doing. I don't want to burn it, so just taking my time. But I promise you, within 17 minutes we're going to have an oil. Okay, so that's that guy. You're going to winterize your eyes. We have water. No leaks? Oh my gosh, no leaks. It's always a good sign. There we go. Water on. Okay. Now, with those holding vessels, you're going to have a little bit of alcohol, because these were so damn cold. You're going to have a bit of alcohol and a bit of plant material. Don't waste it. Just pour it in with this. You do not waste anything. So just let them sit there and let them drain out. You don't want to waste nothing. Your alcohol is precious, especially if you're buying it retail. You don't want to waste nothing. There you go. Because I don't have much in there, I am just checking. I do not want to lose this. I have to move this out of the way. That's it. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to be recapturing my alcohol, dripping it onto here. Of course, I'll be moving those canisters out of the way when it starts. Okay, we're going to check what we have here. It's quite nice. Okay, we're going to pour this into here, like so. So this is our winterizing we're doing, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. it's taken a long time to warm up because of the low temp. It's definitely turning the alcohol down into a vapor. It's just not, I haven't put so much of the heat in here at the moment. I'm just cooling it down. You can hear it releasing pressure here, so we are building up pressure slowly. Again, cautious. What else? I'm going to find out next door. Next door we're going to do our testing. I'm just going to find out, get them primed. Give me 2 seconds. Okay guys, we've got this set up, so we're cruising for 15 minutes. It's so by 2 o'clock, just a little bit after 2, we'll go and take this over next door. Okay, nothing's come out. Good. Okay. We'll have a look at how this is going in here. As you can see nicely, we've got some product coming through. Yes. And nice golden color, absolutely beautiful. Again, our ratio is drip, 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 drip. Not very quick, but again, we're not allowing anything through. You know, all those unwanted that you don't want when you're making a shadow or making a good smokable oil for your vape pen or dabbing. You don't want any of that shit going through. You want to lock it up as cold as possible, and you can filter it over and over again. Every time that you do a winterization, you are minusing the components of the plant, meaning that you're allowing a lot more of the cannabinoids through, and you're locking up the plant material, maybe the fats and waxes, and depending on the temperature, and chlorophyll, of course. Okay, we've got some alcohol coming out. You can get your shot glass, and it's got some profile to it, meaning that some of the terpenes are coming through. Not so much because of the low temp, or not so aggressive with the temp. But yeah, that's definitely 190 proof. That's quite nice. So there we go. You can actually fill these out or wash these out as the still's running, so you're cleaning everything. This is the way I do it. Where I do it at my premise is basically I wash everything out with the alcohol coming out and pouring it through that filter, and that's your Recapturing oil. So you're absolutely not wasting anything, and you're utilizing the time in the alcohol when it's coming out. You're recapturing it, you're cleaning it through the other plant material to produce Recapturing style oil, and you clean all your tools, spoons, and whatnot. Okay, makes common sense. Okay, that's about it. Okay, I'm going to be opening up the window, so it may get a little noisy here. Okay, it's coming there. Nearly there. It's 1:50. 10 minutes, we'll have this done and we'll go and get it tested. Yeah. So did you see the difference in the rows? Yeah. And then you're all the same. See, nothing changes. The fridges, temperature, alcohol should never change. Once you get your set temperature.
And then you process each run through that separately.
You can do. That is a beautiful thing, and I haven't explained that you can do. See when
because that way you're keeping your quality separate.
Absolutely, and see what are you doing? In the beginning, you want to know. You want to know how your extraction is showing up in your history board. Like my first extraction, I take it out, I do my filtration, my lithrization, put it in here, and that's my first blow. I suck it up in the syringe, put it there. That's my first cut. That's my first run, first pull. Then your second run, first pull, you do the same again. Put it in there, put it in, take it down to an oil, put it in your holding vessel, and now you can see the difference between first run, first pull, second run, first pull. Okay, make sure you wipe the temperature tank. So if the temperatures change, the volume may change. So then my third run, which is the last one, which I put it in the filter, and then again, same thing again. Get that alcohol, put it in there when you render it down, put it in a tube, and then now you can see the colors. What variance do I have in those colors between my first run, second run, third run? And then if you really want to know, you take those 3 runs, take a little bit to a lab, get them tested, and then they fucking tell you what you're doing. You know, Jesus Christ, is 1 the same as 3? Is the 3 the same as 2? Yeah, you'll learn lots. And it's all temperature. And if you are going to do that, and I'd say to these guys, if you are going to do that, do different temperatures. Usually when you keep the same temperature and it's only time duration, not much variance. When you change the temperature and fluctuate the temperature dramatically, yeah, try it out. Shit changes. Things open up. Yeah. So, yeah, just play around with it. Play around with it. But, that's the only way you're ever going to learn is by what you're doing here and just getting solid evidence, someone giving you a track record of what's happening. Then you know what the runs are doing. Then, when you're looking at a product that you need to make, shit, I only have to do that. So you don't have to do all those steps to make a topic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is done. And because I'm going to need a little bit of alcohol, I'm going to shoot a bit of alcohol into this unit. Always don't forget okay, what I'm doing is I'm just getting a little bit of alcohol and I'm just squirting it in there so I can loosen everything up, and then we're going to be taking it out. Okay, so we're pretty much done with this side. I don't know if you can see that, but that's stuck to the paper. Okay, you see the different rings in there? I don't know if you can see it, but different plant material, different constituents are holding at different ranges and different tone ranges, or temperature ranges. But anyway, there we have it. Again, you don't waste it, so you just stick it straight into there where the alcohol will be coming out. Okay. Again, don't forget your winterization. I will show you again. You get those big coffee filters, just half it. Half it again. Half it again. And just keep doing it, guys. Over and over again. Like I said, you can go and get your mother's, I'm only joking, guys. You can go and get your ironing table, your iron, because I know most of the blokes out there don't do any ironing. Like me, I'm not picking on anyone else.
You pick on me. I can
okay,
take it.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, he doesn't do his ironing.
I got apples.
Got apples? Good, so we're ready for our test. We've got our Kate. We're going to see Mark's gorgeous wife, Marilyn. Okay.
Just the back side.
Just the back side. Okay guys, so we've done our filter, and like so, we're going to grab this guy, we're going to put it in here, and we are going to transfer the one that's pretty much all blocked up. and we're going to release it by putting a hole in the bottom. When I put a hole in the bottom, you'll see that, guys. Okay, you see the greenness? That's what we've caught. Okay? And then I don't waste that, I put that in with my stuff that I'm rendering down. So there we have it. So that's our second run. Oh, sorry, yeah, second run, first pour. Quite nice. A little bit of oil. Gorgeous. And this is only through a bit of plant material. I've used hardly any alcohol to render and take away the resin from this plant material. You know, because of the amount of alcohol I've used, shit, you could naturally evaporate this, keep all your natural profile, terpenes, water solubles, I mean, you keep everything. Again, you haven't turned it from a tetrahedral cannabinoid, you know, acid, like it's not activated, it's still an acid. So this will be great for somebody that has maybe seizures, where you don't want it to be activated because it's a child, and you don't want the child to be stoned. Or it may just be someone that just is going to work and doesn't want that heavy effect of being, you know, being a retard at work because they're stoned. So, you know, you don't have to heat it up. You can do it like this. It's an acid, and you can eat as much as you want. That's it. Quite easy, guys. So if you don't want it to be psychoactive, don't heat it up. If you want it to be psychoactive, heat it up, or put it in your pipe and smoke it, or roll it on. You know, the oil, put it on your rolling papers. But anyway, there we have it. Okay, so we've got this guy turned off. I don't know what's happening here. Oh my God, look at this. This is beautiful. I'm going to show you this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, guys. I'm going to see if I can get it into the center more. Okay, just let me just render it a little more around, guys. Just trying to get rid of a bit of this alcohol. Again, we've got a few specks in here because of not being so hygienic. But there we go. I don't know if you're seeing that now. So there we have it. Because this was low temp, cooking it down, it's very hard to see, and I apologize, guys. I'm going to see if I can get some light to the situation here. Light. I don't know if you can see that now. I don't know if that's better or worse. So there we go. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that, guys. Anyway, I apologize, but that's our little bit of oil. We're going to go and get this tested next door. Okay, I'm going to get a spatula. Get a wooden spatula from next door. Okay, so we're going to scrape some of this up and we're going to be putting it into this unit. And we don't need too much for the lab. And because we're going to have a little bit of alcohol left in here, guys, so please don't hold this to me. And so how much did I get out of that? Well, again, out of that little bit of alcohol and that little bit of weed, I'm not really quite sure what I got out of here, but the thing is you're going to get everything. Alcohol, if you understand alcohol will remove all the cannabinoids from the plant material. It's just what it does. Do you want to taste some of this?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get it tested, but this should be really nice. Look at that beautiful color. Nice color, huh?
Well,
I mean, within what
little bit you did, yeah. Yeah,
Actually goes to show you how easy it is, huh? Okay, so there we have it. There's our little bit of oil. I'm going to go and get it tested, and then if you guys give me at least 10 minutes, I will come back and show you the results. So there we have it. I did an extraction under an hour. Now you're saying, how much can you do? Well, fuck it. How many fridges can you do it? You can do that with multiple fridges. So that means you can do 5-gallon batches like that. So that small bit of alcohol can be 5 gallons of alcohol, 10 gallons of alcohol, 40 gallons of alcohol. See, the thing is this doesn't have it doesn't have a ceiling. Scalability of using alcohol, you can go from 1 gallon to 1,000 gallons. You can go from 1 pound to 1,000 pounds. Doesn't matter. Okay? Pity about those people that spend all that money on CO2 and BHO machines when alcohol is definitely far superior. They pissed a lot of people off there, I think. Okay, we're still going. Okay, guys, we're going in next door. We're going to see. Bear with me. Now, making sure that we're still recording. Amazing. Okay, if I get you to grab the power, mate, because I'm going to probably.
What?
Power cord.
Bring it with?
Bring it with us, yeah. Hey guys, we're going to go next door. God, what an ugly prick. That's me. Okay, so this is where Mark works at Integrity Testing. As you can see here, this is the lab. You can see the scale at the bottom there. This is to a 1/1000th of a gram. It's in its little cubicle, so
10,000.
Oh, 1/10,000. Shit and Jesus. There you go.
Very accurate.
Very accurate.
Don't sneeze, don't breathe.
A lot of patience there. So you can see we've got those scales. And move it around this way. Yeah, just plug it in the wall, just down there, mate, and plug it around. Really appreciate your help, man. Okay, there we go, guys. This is the test sample. Okay, and what do we put in there, Mark? Oh, methanol. Ooh, don't drink it at home. No, that's what sends you blind.
It takes time to make you blind.
Yeah.
As Peter always says, this is the best you'll ever look.
You're the best you'll ever look. There we go. We hear the little vibrating.
Shake, shake, shake,
Shake, shake, shake. So he's shaking the methanol.
Don't
And
get too close, it'll get you excited.
and the oil together, and then it's homogenizing everything as one. Dang! Look at that. There we go. Sexy, sexy methanol. Now we're going to see Marilyn soon.
Gotta have paperwork.
Okay, paperwork. Anyway, guys, a little bit about integrity testing. Integrity testing does all the flower testing for the state of Washington, for all the recreational marijuana shops. Yeah, so guys, if you live in Washington, you want your flower to be tested, please come on by and introduce yourself. Great, man. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Awesome. Price list. Check them out. There's a phone number down the bottom. Please, just give them a call, guys. They're friendly, really friendly. There we have it.
Get all those terpenes.
There we go, guys. That's awesome, man. There we have it. And we're just going to sit it up here somewhere, so we're, this one in the corner. And then we can keep an eye on gorgeous Marilyn. Awesome, mate. Anyway, so this is the other room of integrity testing, and geez, I got a big scrape on my nose. That's from being boys will be boys. Okay, so we have our room here, as you can see around. When you do come down here, guys, introduce yourself to Marilyn and Mark and Cindy, and ask what they can and can't do. So there we have it. And when Marilyn's ready, she'll come up here and then she'll run a test through these machines here. And she'll explain basically on how they work. And you bought some new systems too, did you, Mark?
Always getting new technology.
Great. So yeah, just a little bit about what you can do here, Mark. Like as in testing, you do proof, you do
Terpenes, residual solvent, THCV, THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, all of the brothers and sisters there.
And what about solvents?
Solvent, isopropyl and ethyl alcohol separation, pentane, hexane, propane, butane, methane, ethane, all separated, quantified. Looks like Marilyn's about ready to.
I'm gonna have to take this one off first.
Potency results always next day.
Is that both oil and flour, or?
You name it, it's standard.
Okay,
Everybody
great.
gets it.
Great.
Next day service.
Next day service. And okay, so this is all in the state of Washington, correct?
Correct.
So if anyone's from another state, they'd have to drive here.
However you get it here, that's your business.
Yep. There you go, guys. You hear that?
Walk in the door, no recommendations, well, you do need to be 21.
Yep.
Sorry.
So a little bit about the flour that's come in your possession. Have you seen a lot of variance in flours in potency?
Well, there's definitely some good growers for sure. Our average for testing is still 18.1% out of all the flowers that we test. So we're a little bit.
Not even a drop.
3 microliters? Okay. So into the machine, number 1.
Another one for comparison, we have 2 different columns, so everything comes out at a different time on the other machine, so it's real good confirmation of your sample. And the numbers have to match.
So as you can see, guys, that's like what Mike was saying before, that getting bringing your flour here one day and having your results by the next, I think it's pretty dandy. To get a result within 24 hours is fantastic. And the good thing about it too, guys, what I like about it, you can get your flour measured, and then I basically know what my returns are going to be near enough when I'm going to get a return back on with my extraction for oil. So like Mark was saying, if predominantly your flour is 18%, well, out of every pound, well, you're going to get 18+% of that oil back from that weight of that pound. Well, that's how it should work out. So if you're only getting 10% of your pound, well, it's go and check it out. Go and check out the potency of your flour, because it could be 10%. If you're a grower like me, it probably is 10%. Anyway, so they've been shot into the machine, and we're going to see up on this TV screen, we're going to be seeing peaks and troughs. And I'll let Marilyn explain that to you.
So this is the solid peak right here on each of them. And then trifluoromethanol, which is our surrogate spike we put into every sample, a known quantity. So we pull out a known quantity each time. It's just another QC check.
Okay.
So
Just to shows you another baseline. Okay.
So we're just waiting for the sample to give us some peaks.
Yeah, so with this, they can do edibles as well, Marilyn.
Oh yeah.
Yep, so here you go, guys, for the edible market. They can test all your edibles here. Topical creams, correct?
Yep.
Yep, creams, topicals,
Lotions, edibles, soda pop.
soda pop, cookies. There you go, candies.
Flour, ash, wax, oils.
Yeah, if you bring cookies and candy, bring a little more. Because sometimes
Minus the THC.
minus the THC. Because sometimes, things go missing. No, I'm only joking, guys. If it was me, I would probably eat them, yeah. Lollipops. Okay, here we go, guys. We got something coming up on the screen. Starting off with THCV, cannabivarin, which is a very important one. A lot of research is going into it. Does a lot of amazing things to the body. Predominantly those high in THCV usually comes from the places of South Africa or Africa, the continent. We have our CBDs coming up, CBCs. So as you can see, guys, within that hour of that extraction, we're making it all and getting it tested. So it just goes to show you how quickly this can be done. That's it, guys.
Where your THC is coming out into the same sample coming out in two different places.
Yep.
So then we do comparison. Make sure they match.
Okay. So there we have it, guys. We're going to wait for Marilyn to crunch some numbers, and then we'll take it from there. I'm going to keep this running just down here, Marilyn. Okay, guys. We'll be back in 2 secs. We're just going to wait for these numbers to be crunched, and then we'll bring it back to you, and then we're going to cancel it and finish it for the day. Geez, we're finished early today. Amazing. Talk about Yep, makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Yeah, it's really just getting to those folks that it's not yeah. Well, you've really seen it really a condensed version of that. It's all three of them. Just goes to show you what you were talking about. It's just like a people hold it up. Yeah.
Pages, stuff.
Yeah, because people have been asking just for me to show them all the truths and stuff. So I'm going to do that. And it's really easy to do this. So from here, you're going down to the bar?
Well, to go home first.
Yes.
I like to get some things like
Shoveling.
well, you have big shovels, metal detector,
Upper labor.
a bunch of buckets. No, just with me, even someone's supposed to do it.
Yeah, so you're gonna suction it, like put it through a screw.
Well, most parts is hard lines. And I'm gonna go break up rocks and break them all and crush them up and see what percentage I get out of them so I can remember where I know them from. I kind of have an idea where to dig. I kind of have an idea what the rock's supposed to look like.
What sort of rock is it? Is it a hard rock?
It's hard rock. When you pick up the dirt on the ground, that's what has a half ounce to it. When you get into the hard rock, it's anywhere from an ounce and a half to 5 ounces, depending on what you're digging. Yeah, and then I've got a,
What sort of rock is it? Like a vessel that's
like a bobcat bucket.
yeah, what's the soil like rocks? It's not
Uh,
like young potatoes, it's not like it's like
that's not
clay.
it's hard rock. It's like, you ever see the black, gray, red, solid chunks of rock that go into the quartz or something?
Oh wow, that's hard as shit. Yeah, he's got a couple of mines, Mark. He's going to be doing some silver mining.
This is dry or not.
Yeah, I think Maryland's going to be done. Yeah, I'm going to get myself a scale because I've got some CBD coming in, Mark, and I need a really good set of scales, man. I wish you had those ones before you got rid of them. You got rid of that other set, didn't you? The one the hard one to set up. Remember the first one? Yeah, I'll be here. I can get a good one for a couple of months. Yeah, I'm gonna get a pretty much small.
Isn't it 1,000?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
1,000 is 10,000.
Scale. Jesus!
So we've got a 72.5 THC.
Right. Okay guys, we've got some numbers here and I'm going to quickly show you. Here we go from Marilyn the Sweetie. So there's our numbers. If I can see, because I'm blind as a bloody bat here. Hang on. Okay, so we have on this side, we have 76.9. And I'll just put that over here to show you. Okay, that's our total. And if we go back just a tad, Okay, we got it. There's our numbers. We have our, let me read it. Okay, so we have THCV, we have a 0.5. We have a CBD, which is it's a 1. CBC 0.3. THC, which is a delta 9, we have a 72.5. We have a CBG, which is going to be 1.6, and CBM, which is a 1. So there we have it. 76.9 is the total. Guys, that was done in front of you. That was done in 1 hour. Again, like I said, this scalability can be from 1 gram to 1,000 grams to 10,000 grams. It's all due to fridge size. Okay guys, out for now. Happy distilling. Distill the best out of life. Yeah, and all the best from Integrity Testings. And if you ever need anything tested or any questions, give these guys a call. Out for now. Peace.